All right, hi guys. Happy Thursday, happy quiz day. So this week we've been looking at basic requirements in writing, specifically complete sentences. Writing complete sentences. From this moment forward, um, actually it's been the case all year, but really I'm gonna really insist that from this moment forward, all of the writing that you turn into me is in complete sentences. Um, and today is of the day that you get to show what you know. All right. So our quiz is on Google Forms, and so it's going to look like this. Basically, my view may be slightly different than yours because I made this, but it's going to look very similar to this. One thing I want to talk about is here it says locked mode is on. Only respondents using managed Chromebooks can open this quiz. So this means you have to use your school Chromebook to take the quiz, and you have to be signed in to your school account to take the quiz. So I'm going to show you. So for right now, I'm on my laptop, right? I'm not on my school Chromebook. So if I try to see this quiz or take this quiz, um, this is the message that I get. So basic requirements in writing, you can't access this quiz. Locked mode is on, only respond. Even though I made this quiz, this is mine. This is in my drive. I created it, and even I can't access it if I'm not on a Chromebook, all right, to take the quiz. I have to be, I can be in edit mode, which is what I'm in right now, just to show you what's going on. So you have to, I've gotten people frustrated, right, sending me frustrated emails before saying, I can't even take this stupid quiz. Well, this is why. You have to be on your school Chromebook. You have to be logged in through your school account. All right. So moving forward from that. So mostly it's just um, multiple choice questions. So there's a lot of multiple choice questions. They're worth 1 point each. They cover the things that we covered, the elements of a sentence. Um, they cover fragments, identifying them, fixing them, and identifying and fixing run-ons. Those are the things we covered this week. Those are the things we're going to quiz on this week. Makes sense. I just want to talk to you a little bit about the directions. So first, there's some multiple choice questions. Those really don't need any explanation. Um, yeah, just if it asks you to identify the subject or subjects, just keep in mind that sometimes um, there's more than one subject of a sentence, right? We talked about compound subjects, we talked about compound predicates. So you might have two or more subjects in a sentence. You might have two or more predicates. So that's why it says identify the subject, and then in parentheses there's an S. So subject or subjects, predicate or predicates. All right. Where I want to really focus my attention on um, helping you do your best on this quiz and understand what's expected of you on this quiz is near the bottom of the quiz where we are writing. All right. So the multiple choice questions are 1 point each. They're important, but not as important as the writing part. It's one thing to be able to answer questions about sentences, it's another thing to be able to write them. So the part where you actually write sentences is worth far more. Do not skip this part. In fact, you can't skip it and turn it in. I mean, you could write nonsense, you could write IDK or whatever, and the system would let you turn it in that way. However, then you're not going to get any of those points. And even if you get all the multiple choice right, if you don't do the written part, the math will not work in your favor, okay? And you'll not be able to pass the quiz. So I really want you to understand how to do your best work on the writing portion. It's very simple. Each one of these is asking you to write one sentence. So it's not like you have to write a lot, but I do want you to know how to do it. All right, here we go. The question says, or the directions, correcting sentence fragments. You're going to rewrite each fragment to make it a complete sentence. So you must write the entire sentence and include the fragment as it appears. Be sure your sentences begin with a capital letter and end appropriately with a period or a question mark. It means if it's a statement, use a period. If it's a question, use a question mark. Um, So let's look at these directions a little more closely. Rewrite each fragment to make it a complete sentence. You have to write the entire sentence. So don't just write, like if it's a fragment, it's probably missing its subject or predicate, right? Don't just write the subject or the predicate that you would add to the sentence, because what you've written then is still a fragment. I need to see that you can write the complete sentence correctly. So even if I had, I don't know, say, plays the harmonica, right? You need to, that is, right, a predicate. You need to add the subject. Who or what plays the harmonica? Don't just put Joey and be like, well, that's the subject I'm going to add to make it a complete sentence. You need to rewrite the whole sentence. Joey plays the harmonica. Now, in the fragment, I've probably got plays as a capital letter, right? I'll show you real quick on a little example here. Played music all night. See how played is capitalized? But if this is a fragment and you're going to add something before it, then you need to make sure that played is not capitalized because it's not the first word of the sentence any longer, right? So it doesn't need to be capitalized unless it's a proper noun. So be very careful. Pay attention to those things. You're only writing a single sentence, but make sure that it's capitalized at the beginning. It has end punctuation, so a period or a question mark, and that you've written the whole sentence and you haven't changed it around. So whatever I've given you as a fragment needs to stay intact the way it is. So for played music all night, don't change this around. Don't take words out. Don't rearrange the order. Don't change the form of the word played. If I have played, don't change it to plays, playing, will play, whatever. I need to see these exact words, played music all night, in your new sentence. These words in this order. You just need to add the subject or the predicate, whatever it needs, front or back, capitalize and punctuate correctly. All right. Then we come down to correcting run-ons. So you're going to rewrite these run-ons as correct, proper sentences, just like you did with the fragments. But here the directions are a little bit different, but some of those same requirements still stand. So just like with the fragments, you're going to make sure that whatever the run-on is, you keep it as it is. You can add things to it. You can add punctuation or words or whatever you need to do to change it from a run-on to a correct sentence. But you cannot, if you completely change my sentence so that it's not the same sentence anymore, it's going to be marked wrong. So we can look at one real quick, but I want to talk about this first. We practice 6 different methods of correcting run-on sentences. You're going to use the method indicated in the parentheses to correct the run-on. And again, don't change the wording of the run-on, just add the words or punctuation that you need to add to correct it. So, I like dogs, I have 3 of them. This says semicolon. That means you're going to use a semicolon to correct this run-on. Now, I want you to write the whole sentence. Don't just write the word before it, the semicolon, and then the word after the semicolon. That's not a sentence. I need you to write the whole sentence, and I don't want you to rearrange this. I don't want you to add other things. I don't want you to fix it in any other way. You have to fix this one using a semicolon. Even if you fix it so it's not a run-on, but if you use a different method than the semicolon method, it's going to be marked wrong. Now, I'm not trying to be difficult or, make your life hard or anything, but what I'm trying to do is see, can you do this? Can you use a semicolon to correct a run-on sentence? So if you use a different method, that hasn't shown me that you can use the semicolon to correct a run-on, so I can't give you credit for it. See what I'm saying? So each of these, there's 3 of them if I remember. Oh yeah, there are 3. I just said that. There's 3 of these. They'll tell you exactly what method to use to fix that run-on. All right, that is the quiz. Oh, one more thing. Your multiple choice, I think I mentioned this already, I'm going to mention it again. Your multiple choice are worth 1 point each. Your writing, these sentences are 3 points each. They are more points because they do a lot more to show that you know this. That's what a quiz is. A quiz or a test is a chance for you to show that you learned this, that you know this, that you understand it. If you don't know this, if you don't understand it, then you're not ready for the quiz and you need to Google Meet with me. You need to ask me the questions. Just, I don't understand this. Let me explain it to you. Let me help you out before you take the quiz. So don't just take the quiz. If you're not ready for it, don't take it just to take it. Make sure that you're ready to show I know this stuff. All right. Anyway, that's the quiz. Um, Google Meet with me if you have questions or concerns. I can help you out with understanding the directions. Your teachers, whether it's me or your advisor or Melissa or whoever you're working with, is not going to help you understand the concepts. A quiz is not the right time for that. If you don't understand the concepts, then don't even try to take the quiz yet. Talk to your teacher, talk to me preferably before you even take the quiz. If you open up the quiz and you realize, oh my gosh, I don't know this stuff, then close it down. Google Meet with me. Let's talk about it. I'll reopen the quiz for you. Um, I guess that's it, guys. Good luck on the quiz and have a great day.